Even with the best questions in the world, your presence matters. So it's important to start off with the right body language, something that shows that you're approachable, that you're interested and inviting, right? So we want to make sure we don't cross our arms. We don't want to lock up like this because it shows that we don't want to talk to them, or we're not interested, or we're scared. So we want to put our arms down and definitely put our arms back and our chest out, right? And when someone's speaking to you and you're interested in them, lean in, listen, get closer, and have good eye contact, all right? So let's get started. Today I'm going to share with you 3 great conversation starters that you can have in your back pocket so that you can get that second date. And if you want more videos on how to take charge of your love life, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. When you ask your question, make sure you are actively listening. Most of us, if we have a few drinks in us or we're so relaxed, we don't really pay attention to what the other person is saying. So it's important as you're asking these questions for you to paraphrase and acknowledge or empathize with the answer that the person is giving to you. That shows them that you care and that you're listening and that you actually are interpreting what they're saying. When 2 people, you and your date, display that you are both really good listeners, you have a higher chance of relationship success. Why? Because you have good communication skills. Many of the singles I work with have a hard time going deep, and what they end up doing is they just stick to surface level conversations. Well, that's fine in the first date, but the second and third need to progress. And so because there's no vulnerability, because there's no deep conversations, the connections tend to fizzle. Attractiveness is not enough to keep somebody bonded. And because these singles have a hard time going deep, they end up attracting emotionally unavailable partners. Just a quick side note, do not beat yourself up for not knowing these type of questions, and do not beat yourself up for not being able to express yourself and connect in a deep way. We tend to use the tools that we learned from either our upbringing, our environments, or what we grew up seeing, right? So there's an awesome quote from Maya Angelou, is that when you know better, do better. And now you're learning, so don't be hard on yourself. So today I'm going to talk to you about deep, meaningful questions that spark a connection. Question number 1 is, what has been a challenging moment in your life and how did you get through it? What are we looking for when we're asking this question? Well, we're looking for vulnerability, we're looking for accountability, and we're looking for somebody that actually knows how to change their habits, that they're willing to work on themselves and say, hey, I made a mistake. I'm not going to dwell over it. I'm not going to beat myself over it. I'm going to learn and move on. That's a very important attitude, because if this person becomes your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your spouse, there will be problems, there will be mistakes. And if they don't take accountability, they can never fix the problem. Question number 2, if you had anyone you could actually sit down and have dinner with and pick their brain, this is your idol, dead or alive, somebody from history, whatever, who would it be? Why is this question important? Well, number 1, we want to see who this person admires and why they admire him. Is it somebody that is based on some superficial, qualities, or is it because it has some depth to it, right? The person that they choose. And we also want to understand their belief system, how they view life and the people that they consider their idol. The last question is, what are you passionate about in life? What makes you wake up in the morning? What makes you tick? That question is so fun and so powerful. It gets you in their understanding of their life vision, their purpose. If they don't know how to answer that, that's a big red flag. Why? Because they haven't really identified who they are yet. They're not very self-aware. Some of us aren't. And so when we are not self-aware, we don't know how to answer that question. And there's no judgment on that. Everybody, learns at a different pace, and they become more understanding about what they want at a different age and pace too. But the key is, if you know what you want to date somebody that knows what they want. And if their answer about their life vision and purpose is aligned with yours, that's the sweet spot. That means you both are on the same path. You see life the same way, and you will help inspire each other. That's an exciting connection. Now that's all for today. If you want more meaningful questions, I did leave a link below of a video I did with 10 more meaningful ones that you can ask on your next date. And again, I do respond. Leave a comment, question, anything you want below, and I will definitely answer you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. And by the way, feel free to go to amiethedatingcoach.com and send me a message too. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.